And welcome back as we continue our journey through the book of Acts, and we're still in chapter 10. And where we last left off is how God gave Peter a vision, not to call things common or unclean what he has made. And so he was setting Peter up to be ready to go and welcome these Gentiles into the family of God. And so we're going to read verses 17 through 33. We're going to read a portion of scripture, pull out a timeless truth. Let's dive in. Now, while Peter was inwardly perplexed as to what the vision that he had seen might mean, behold, the men who were sent by Cornelius, having made inquiry for Simon's house, stood at the gate and called to ask whether Simon, who was called Peter, was lodging there. And while Peter was pondering the vision, the Spirit said to him, Behold, 3 men are looking for you. Rise and go down and accompany them without hesitation, for I have sent them. And Peter went down to the men and said, I am the one you're looking for. What is the reason for your coming? And they said, Cornelius, a centurion, an upright and God-fearing man, who was well spoken of by the Jewish nation, was directed by a holy angel to send for you to come to his house and to hear what you have to say. So he invited them in to be his guests. The next day he rose and went away with them, and some of the brothers from Joppa accompanied him. And on the following day they entered Caesarea. Cornelius was expecting them and had called together his relatives and close friends. When Peter entered, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him. Peter lifted him up, saying, Stand up, I too am a man. And as he talked with him, he went in and found many persons gathered. And he said to them, You yourselves know how unlawful it is for a Jew to associate with or to visit anyone of another nation, but God has shown me that I should not call any person common or unclean. So when I was sent for, I came without objection. I asked then why you sent for me. And Cornelius said, 4 days ago, about this hour, I was praying in my house at the 9th hour, and behold, a man stood before me in bright clothing and said, Cornelius, your prayer has been heard, and your alms have been remembered before God. Send therefore to Joppa and ask for Simon, who is called Peter. He is lodging in the house of Simon a tanner by the sea. So I sent for you at once, and you have been kind enough to come. Now therefore, we're all here in the presence of God to hear all that you have been commanded by the Lord. The beauty of this chapter lies in the divine thread woven by God. From the throne room of heaven to Cornelius' household, to the very place where Peter was staying, God masterfully orchestrated every single detail, creating space for waiting, for tension, and transformation on both sides. God had prepared hearts, gave specific instructions, and aligned the moment perfectly, so that Peter could deliver the gospel to a people who were ready and that were eager to receive it. Now, what's striking is that God didn't rush the process. Though he could have spoken to Cornelius directly through the angel or used a local disciple, and though he had previously transported or teleported Philip instantly, God chose instead to let Peter walk 32 miles, a journey that was with Roman soldiers. You see, this wasn't just about delivering a message. It was about forming deep understanding, breaking down barriers, and expanding Peter's heart along the way. In the same way, God is still working today, softening hearts, stirring hunger, and preparing divine appointments. The question is, who is God preparing us to walk toward? And whose heart is he preparing for us to meet? We don't have to force a welcome. We simply have to be faithful to step into the moment when it comes. And so, church, I have a fun, great challenge for you today. With this understanding that God is weaving and that God is in control and that he is orchestrating so many awesome opportunities for you and for me today, that you would say, Lord, open my eyes to see what you are connecting. knowing that the person that you are talking to today, knowing that the person that you're interacting with, or even that friend that called out of nowhere, there is a purpose and there is a reason. And until that is shown, or until that moment happens, that you would say, God, continue to prepare my heart because I want to be ready for whatever, whenever, however, I want to be ready to speak for you, to shine for you, and to bring many to know your name. Will you accept the challenge today, church? God bless.